Okay, next. The emergency meeting with the Capitol Board of Directors is called for 10 a.m. I figure it's going to be a long one, so I made arrangements for lunch.
It'll be over by 11 at the latest.
But if you're going to be working out the plans to reorganize the company...
I'll be announcing the plans. The work's already been done. Things are going to be moving very quickly from now on, Renfield.
So what's the rush? I mean, now that you've taken over, the pressure should lighten up.
The pressure's just beginning, believe me. What's in the box here?
Oh, Eden Castillo's personal belongings. I had them packed up. I assume you want all the Capitol logos replaced with ours?
No, not yet.
But I thought that you all...
I don't want to have a discussion on every decision I make, all right, Renfield?
Ouch. Sorry.
There was one very important thing I did ask you to take care of this morning. Has it been done?
Yes, it has. They should be delivered any minute now. Oh, no, you're not leaving already, are you?
Actually, I'm afraid I am.
Oh, I was going to make you a big breakfast, but I got sidetracked, so... How about a nice dinner tonight instead?
Oh, I'd love to, sweetie, but the judge has postponed Michael's hearing till later this afternoon. I'm not sure what time I'm going to be free.
Well, that's okay. I'll wait for you. I'm really glad that Ethan withdrew from the case.
Yeah, although he's still going to be on the sidelines calling all the shots, so it doesn't make any difference. How you doing?
Okay.
Are you?
Yeah. Capital Enterprises is just a company. I mean, isn't that what we've been saying all along? What really matters is still intact, right?
Yeah, but it's got to be somewhat of a letdown, all right?
I'm really looking forward to peaceful times. And I haven't had any of those horrible drowning sensations since the takeover. I think it was quite a strain to put on such a front in front of Robert Barr when we were trying to get rid of him.
I feel terrible about the way I didn't come through for you. With him, it's just Michael's case has been demanding, and I don't know. Maybe I got my priorities screwed up.
No, you didn't, and I would tell you if you did. Hey, there's plenty of times in my life when I thought to myself, I hope he doesn't have anything to do except look after my interests. But looking after Michael is your job, and digging up dirt on Barr isn't. We had a lot of people who were trying to save the company. For a while, Michael only had you.
Thank you for letting me off the hook.
Yeah.
I promise you, as soon as Michael's out of the woods, I'll do whatever I can to make Mr. Barr...
No, you are going to reserve some time for you and me. We are like two ships that pass in the night, and I miss you.
Heard that, my little
word. Captain of my fate. I worry about you.
The only thing you should be worrying about is what you're going to serve me up for dinner tonight, okay?
Whether it's burned or not.
No, I assume that it won't be. I'll call you later.
Okay.
I love you.
I love you.
Can I help you? Delivery for Eden Castillo?
Castillo, that's her.
Yeah. Hi, thanks.
Yeah, just a second. I'll,
Oh, thanks a lot. Enjoy the flowers.
Thanks.
Sure. Don't look at me. What does the card say?
I hope we can talk soon. Robert. I can't believe this. I told the man I didn't want to have anything to do with him.
Obviously, the man hears what he wants.
What does he think? I want to forgive and forget and be pals with him?
Who knows what he thinks? Who knows what he's after? Times he seems to be what he looks like, an opportunist on the make. Other times there seems to be something else operating.
Like what?
I don't know yet. That you felt it, we've talked about it, right? He's obviously involved with you on some other level. There's an attraction going on. It's not just that, but that's part of it.
You sound very detached and clinical about all of this.
Well, darling, I have to keep a certain emotional distance from this, or I'd be feeding the man his flowers for breakfast. Do you understand?
Get the idea.
Why are you having images of drowning?
I told you.
Yeah, you told me that you were feeling a strain. Is that it?
Well, obviously you don't believe me.
It's not a matter of believing it. It's a matter of trying to fit the pieces together, and they don't fit. Have you noticed that? I've always said that I believed in your psychic abilities, but this is a little different. I mean, this isn't like the pictures you got of Adriana in Paris.
No, I understand that. Look, nothing has really happened quite like this, and it makes me distrust Robert Barr even more. He is invading my life on every level. Not only does he take my family's company, now he wants to destroy my peace of mind. I don't even care why. I just want him to stop. And I'm going to take his flowers back to him, and I'm going to tell him exactly what I think of him. Maybe then he'll get the message.
Maybe the best way to get that message across is to stay away from him.
I don't want him to think he can keep doing things like this to me.
You want me to tell him that for you? Because I'll be happy to. You know, I'll make damn sure he hears.
No. I have to make him realize that I mean what I say, and if you go and fight my battles for me, he won't take me seriously. This is something I have to do myself.
He's at a board meeting now, Mrs. Castillo. He asked not to be disturbed unless it's an emergency.
Well, I'm sure if you tell him it's me, he'll see me.
I think you're right.
Got my note. Good. Eden, I really meant it when I said I don't want you or your family to suffer from this takeover. I think if we just sit down...
You don't really know when you're insulting somebody, do you? I don't want any more of your notes or your flowers. And I'm delivering these to you in person because I don't want there to be any misunderstanding. You and I, we have nothing to talk about.
The Mitchell file.
Thanks. This whole thing really caught me by surprise.
You and everybody else. Ethan's been working so long to get Michael in that courtroom, I figured as a matter of personal pride, he'd insist on staying in charge. Has he said anything to you about why he decided to drop out?
Only what you heard, that he's too personally involved. And I agree. Plus, his whole mind is filled with worry about his wife. Anyway, I have to be ready for that preliminary hearing this afternoon. He told me to use his office so I could have some privacy to study this file.
Yeah, well, if you're familiar at all with the case, you know all he's really got is the deposition of that Jeff Nugent character and the ballistics report on the murder weapon.
Right. Donnelly says he found Mrs. Asher on the boat with the gun and tried to take it from her. Of course, she can't confirm or deny that right now, but it is the same gun that was stolen from Ethan's home in a robbery not long ago. And we have witnesses who saw a man of Donnelly's description leaving the house. Put all that together with Nugent's deposition, and I ought to be able to convince the judge to let this case go to trial. Don't you think?
So I sent Greg off to see your father on the oil rig, and I'm waiting for him to come back to make sure she's all right.
Well, I'm glad that Daddy has somebody with him. I don't want him to be alone. He's never really gone through anything like this before.
He's not going to cave in, honey. I promise you that. He won't. He's too stubborn.
Hope so.
Tell me about how you're feeling. You seem more upset to me right now than you did when you heard about the takeover.
Well, losing to Robert Barr is very upsetting to me. I don't like the man. I mean, he's a criminal, Mama.
Has Cruz found out anything about him at all?
No, nothing. It's just intuition. When I'm around him, I feel like...
You feel what?
Like I'm literally drowning. It's like I've had these images so many times I realize it's not a coincidence, and he brings it out in me somehow. I know it sounds strange.
Have you told Cruz about this?
Yeah, but... I was at Barr's suite just now. And I felt it again, and it wasn't like water rushing over my head. I felt like there was somebody's hands on my neck.
My God, Aiden.
And I can't tell Cruz about that. It wouldn't do any good. It would just upset him.
Well, how long do these sensations last?
A couple of seconds, but when I had it, I felt Robert Barr standing there watching me, and I turned around and I looked at him, and he wasn't even touching me. But I couldn't breathe.
It sounds like a nightmare.
Mama, it only happens when I'm with him. It's like I'm remembering something, or
what?
Or it's something that's going to happen in the future.
Oh, now stop. That's nonsense. Come on, girl. Probably you've had to suppress your feelings, your real feelings about Robert Barr for so long. Let it suffocate anybody. Now that you can get your anger out with him, I'm sure this is all going to fade away.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just wish it would all fade away with Robert Barr and everything could go back to normal the way it used to be.
I'm afraid, darling, Robert Barr is going to be around for a little while. We're all going to have to get used to him. I'm just glad you're talking to Cruz about this.
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know, just because it has to do with another man, I suppose.
Oh, Cruz doesn't have to feel threatened by anybody. Especially Robert Barr.
Don't tell me. She's not home yet, right? No, I'm not worried, Mama. It's just... She had a meeting. I'm sure it went on longer than she expected. No, it's nothing. I just want to keep in touch. Okay, I'll call back later. Thanks. Yeah.
I'm glad to see you.
Yeah, what's up?
I was in here working, and I locked the office and took a lunch break. And when I came back, the Mitchell file was missing from the desk where I left it.
Did you check with Ethan?
That's what I was trying to do just now, but he's not in the building. Besides, I can't imagine that he would take it without telling me.
Well, somebody certainly took it without telling you. I think we better find out who, don't you? Come on.
How do you feel?
About what?
About your first day as head of Capwell Armonte Enterprises, of course.
Oh, I just feel great.
I thought the board meeting went well, did you?
When is expected?
And how did your meeting with Eden Castillo go?
As expected.
She left her box of things.
Yeah, I know. I meant to have it put into her car when she was here, but I forgot. Just send it over to her house right away.
Yes, sir.
If you say yes, sir, one more time, you're fired.
Yes, master.
That's better. Yeah, it's Robert Barr. Get him on the line, please. Hello. Well, I seem to be sitting in the Capwell equivalent of the Oval Office. What do I do next?
Hey.
Hi.
Hi.
Is the hearing starting?
It's just about to. I'm glad you caught me. How'd the meeting go with Barr?
Fine. I did what I said I would. I don't think he's going to be bothering me anymore.
Great. So, is everything else okay?
Yeah, fine. I don't want to hold you up. You go on inside.
Eden, what's wrong?
I don't want to make you late.
Well, I will be late if you don't tell me what's going on.
I just had that drowning experience again. When I was in his office, and this time I felt like somebody was holding me underwater.
Oh, God. Oh, sweetie. Do you have any idea what triggered it?
Cruz, we gotta start. Well, you go on in. I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah, look, we'll get to the bottom of it, I promise.
I love you, baby.
I love you, too.
Good luck.
Okay. So, I guess we're up for another postponement, huh?
What? Why?
Didn't Miss Atkins mention that the Mitchell files turned up missing?
No.
We spent the better part of an hour trying to track it down, and we couldn't. And then I found out the gun is missing, too.
Is this a joke?
No, it was taken from the police property room sometime today.
By whom?
By one of the 10 people who signed the logbook. Excuse me. Ethan. Any change in Laura's condition?
No.
Sorry to hear that. Were you in the police property room today?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was.
Well, you know, your gun, it's disappeared.
No, that can't be. I just thought there myself.
It's gone. What were you doing in that room? As a rule, that's not the territory of the district attorney.
No, it's not, but unfortunately my predecessor made it his own territory, so I've gotten into the habit of going down there to make sure nothing's missing, especially nothing of value.
Speaking of value, I don't suppose you know where the file on Leo Mitchell is.
No. Why is it missing?
Apparently. According to Ms. Atkins, it was taken from your office, the door to which was locked.
It's a good thing you weren't out on bail, or they would have suspected you of taking the evidence. This really weakens their case against you, you know. Yeah, but they still have Jeff Nugent, right? A cop who was a drug user and a drug dealer, among other notorious accomplishments.
Superior Court Division 10 is now in session. All rise. The Honorable Randall Hardy presiding.
Be seated.
Good afternoon, counsel. Miss Atkins, are you ready to begin?
No, Your Honor.
And why is that?
Several items of evidence have mysteriously disappeared, and my chief witness has not shown up yet. I'm sorry, but I have to request a recess for an hour in order to try and locate him.
I hope we're not going to begin every session of this hearing with a new crisis and another request for postponement.
Well, that certainly isn't my intention, Your Honor.
You have exactly 1 hour. I hope that gives you time to put your case together.
So do I.
What do you mean he didn't show up? He's in his cell, right? Send somebody down there to
I
get him.
released him.
You what?
Cruz, would you please send a squad car over to his motel and or the nearest bar and get him over here?
I'll go myself.
You get the feeling that Nugent may have hit the road, huh?
Cruz hasn't come back yet. He may still find him.
Let's hope not. This case is starting to disintegrate right before our very eyes, and I, for one, am very happy. Judge Hardy, bless his tough little soul, will never be persuaded to bind you over to trial without key witness and hard evidence.
Well, then Michael will be set free, right?
That's right. When Hardy finds out that Nugent fails to show, the judicial wrath will hit the fan.
Superior Court Division 10 is now in session. All rise. The Honorable Randall Hardy presiding.
Be seated. Has the prosecution managed to locate its witness?
Your Honor, the investigating officer who went to find Mr. Nugent has not returned yet.
I do hope you're not going to be requesting another recess while you're trying to find your own officer. I don't know about everybody else here, but my stomach is beginning to growl for its dinner.
Oh, here he is, Your Honor. May I please just have 1 more minute to confer?
1 minute. 60 seconds.
Nugent is gone. He checked out of his motel room a couple of hours ago. I put out an APB on him and went over myself to the bus terminal and airport. There's no sign of him.
Great. So what do I do now, boss?
Well, under the circumstances, you can't do anything else but drop the charges against Donnelly.
Your minute is up, prosecutor.
Ethan, she's out of the coma. Did she say anything? She seems alert and responsive. She wants to see you.
Got a minute?
I really can't talk right now.
I think you'd better. So you released the man whose eyewitness testimony was going to be the centerpiece of your case. You mind telling me why you did that,
Yeah, well,
pal?
what's the problem? Why are you complaining? You know, I think you'd be ecstatic. Your buddy's off the hook.
What happened since yesterday that turned you around?
You know what happened? My wife almost died. She's out of her coma now. I really can't talk. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Well, I hope you're not here in your official capacity, Inspector.
This is a private visit, Mr. Barr. It's about my wife.
What about her?
I want to know what your intentions are concerning her.
Is this a visit from a jealous husband?
No. That would be easy. There's more to it than that. You see, every time we're around you, I feel you want something from my wife. It's not about money. It's not about seduction, at least not on the face of it. It seems to go deeper than that.
Well, I didn't know you had a metaphysical bent, Inspector. I'm afraid you lost me.
Well, none of this would actually matter much to me, except I think it's having a harmful effect on Eden.
Harmful how?
She's been having these episodes, threatening images, if you will. They are related to you somehow, and they make her feel as if her life is in danger.
I don't see the connection. I mean, I've noticed there's times when she seems to drift off and be upset, but I just put that down to the normal turmoil of business. What does she have to say about it?
Oh, it's making her very unhappy. You haven't a clue as to why this might be going on?
Not a clue. Maybe it's Eden you should be questioning. She's the only one who can come up with the answers.
Oh, my God, Laura. I was so afraid.
I woke up and you weren't here.
Well, I didn't want to leave. I just had to.
What's happened?
Well, it's over. It's been dismissed. There wasn't enough evidence to bind Michael over for trial.
I thought with the gun.
No, that's gone. So's Nugent. There's no case left.
I don't understand. How could that happen?
Laura, we have to talk. Before you went into the operating room, you said something about the Leo Mitchell murder. Do you remember?
Yes, I do.
Well, are you going to tell anyone, or can we just keep this between you and me?
I don't know yet. I'm sorry, Ethan.
Were in the office when I came in. I didn't want them to be lost or damaged, so I took the liberty of sending them to you. I've included the comb, even though you said it didn't belong to you. Somehow I'm sure it does. A mermaid's comb is magic, and whoever possesses it has power over the Serena. He can command her to be his. I'm returning it to you. Robert.
Are you all right?